Okay, as we take a look here, a couple things you want to take a look at as you're working with this. Looking at your content, I think some areas where you need to add a little bit more to your content. And so, like for example, um, uh, on the About page, you consist of joyous staff who handcraft unique and delicious burgers. I mean, it doesn't really talk about what Mad Burger is. And down here where it says location, it says visit one of our 5 locations, and you only have 3 listed. So you got to go in and add a little bit more to that. Um, and what I would suggest looking at other websites and see what they talk about on their About Us page. Steakandshake.com, About Us, founded, and it talks about everything about the shake or the restaurant itself. Red Robin, About Us page, Red Robins throughout the United States. You might have one by you. This one has divided up in their culture. We take care of you, our burgers, serving them fresh, fire grilled, and just how you like them, loosely packed with full flavor. So it's making it sound like handcrafted. Well, these burgers are taste worthy, and so I would definitely take a look at some of these other About Us pages for that purpose. Um, on your menu page, there's a couple spelling mistakes, delicious, sandwiches. I like what you're doing here. I would probably deep fried slices of avocado, probably capitalize the A, capitalize the S for the shrimp. Um, Maybe italicize certain phrases here. I think we need to build this, right? You can always look at other restaurants and see how they describe their burgers and sandwiches. And here where it says burgers, I would definitely say handcrafted burgers because that's what you're pointing out on your homepage. Handcrafted. So you want to brand that as much as possible. Um, with that said, let's look at your code real quick for that page. So you're setting up a table. What I would do here is a little bit different with the table itself. I would go into the first row. I would add a TH tag. That's for a table heading. Okay. And I'm going to type in appetizers. Now, what I want to do is I want that to span across. I'm going to delete this H4 really quick. I'm going to have it span across the 2 columns. Right now it's just going to look a little weird and it's going to line on the left hand side. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go in and add a style to that. Hold on one second. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to type in col span equals and then quotation marks 2. That means it's automatically going to it's going to merge across 2 cells. So you probably won't see too much of a difference here if we go back to the menu page. So you notice how it goes all the way over, but we can adjust this. So what we'll do is we'll go to the style page, and you have some things here for th. I'll take the th and put it as its own style. Okay. So I'm just going to have the TDs itself and then the TH by itself because I want to make sure it stands out. So the first thing I'm going to do is because the H4 is bold, so I'm going to add a bold to it. Font size, I think we need to be a little bit larger, so we're going to do 14. And we could do text hyphen align center and see how that works. I should have moved over. Let me look at my coding here real quick. I might have typed in something wrong. Oops, I forgot to put the TH inside a TR tag because the TH is a cell and stands for a heading just like the TD, so it has to be in the table row. So that's the reason why it's not centering the way I thought it was going to be. So we want to go in and have a TR and then the TH go across the two columns. And because your width is set to 100%, it's automatically going to go across the whole page. So I would probably suggest here, probably don't need as 100%. Maybe we do table 100%, let's just say 500 pixels. That's probably a little bit better for that purpose. And then, so let's see here, appetizers, that's about right size. And then what we can do as well is we go to this table. Do you have a table tag added? No. So what we'll do is we'll add a table, and I'm going to go in and center it on the page, and we have to do it a little bit differently for that regards. So we got to go in. Let me just express. So what we want to do is we want to get it centered within the browser like this, and to do that we're just going to simply add a margin, and we're going to say 0 space auto. Auto is going to put equal space on the left and right hand side if there is any. Okay, so definitely something you want to take a look at and doing. And then what I would do is I would continue the menu. So what will happen in here is the next TR tag, you would have another heading, and actually if you want to do this, I'll just copy this code. It's probably easier just to copy it because it has the call span, and I'll change this to hand crafted burgers. And then you would have another table row with the TDs and explain what the burgers are. And then what will happen is, of course, it's going to look kind of like this, and then you just have the burgers listed underneath it. Now what will happen as well is you can control the styling for the TDs. You can so if you need to go in and control something, you can do so. Some people, what to do is they want the avocado fries, the name, to be a little bit different. So what they'll do is they'll add a class, and I'll give it a name that allows me to identify this cell compared to everything else. And then what I do is that first cell, buffalo shrimp, I add the same class. And the reason why is then I can go to my style sheet and I can add a style to that class. And I start off with a dot and then followed by the name. You know, maybe you want to change it to your color, the scheme that you're working with. And so what will happen is it'll bold it, and then it'll just be a different color. So you get more control when you add the classes because you can identify that.